You think deeply. You observe quietly. You analyze the world around you, and sometimes it feels like you're living in a different dimension. While others are distracted by surface-level noise, you're tuned into something much deeper. But here's the truth. Society doesn't know what to do with minds like yours. Minds that can't be boxed, silenced, or numbed. Arthur Schopenhauer, the brilliant German philosopher, understood this better than anyone. He believed the intelligent person, the true thinker, is often feared, misunderstood, or ignored. Not because they're wrong, but because they see too clearly. So why do intelligent people scare society? Why does your quiet presence, your shape insight, your refusal to conform, make others uncomfortable? Let's find out. Most people fear what they can't understand. And intelligence, true intelligence, is not just about having more knowledge. It's about depth, about seeing beyond the obvious. Schopenhauer argued that the majority of humanity lives on the surface, clinging to norms, customs, distractions. They want comfort, not truth. Familiarity, not depth. So when you come along, quiet, observant, thoughtful, people don't know how to process you. You ask questions that challenge their beliefs. You notice patterns others overlook. And you don't just follow trends. You question the system itself. Society fears thinkers because thinkers expose illusions. They dismantle masks. They threaten the status quo. And that, in itself, is terrifying. You might have noticed how people often mislabel intelligence. They think it's arrogance, or weirdness, or even coldness. But in truth, it's just depth. And sadly, most people have never learned how to swim in deep waters. Schopenhauer once said, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone." The more intelligent a person is, the more they value solitude. Why? Because the world feels exhausting, loud, superficial, meaningless small talk, shallow social dynamics, empty entertainment. It's like static noise to someone who craves meaning. This doesn't mean you hate people. It means you're selective. You don't want more friends. You want real ones. You don't seek attention. You seek connection. And that's rare. The solitude you choose isn't loneliness. It's clarity. It's space for thought, for reflection, for growth. While others need distractions to escape their mind, you're perfectly fine being in yours. But of course, that makes you different. And difference is often mistaken for danger. People fear solitude because it reveals things. But you embrace it. And that, again, makes you a mystery. There is something uncomfortable about a person who sees the truth and speaks it. Schopenhauer believed that most people don't actually want to hear the truth. They want to feel good. They want their worldview confirmed. They want illusion, dressed as logic. But you question things. You're not interested in fairy tales. You see the cracks, the shadows, the unspoken. And when you speak, calmly, clearly, it unsettles people. Because you're not angry, you're not dramatic, you're just precise. You speak from observation, not opinion. From experience, not hearsay. And that makes it harder for people to dismiss you. You become a mirror, and most people aren't ready to look into one. This is why truth tellers are often silenced, mocked, or isolated. They don't play the game. They rewrite the rules. And in a world built on comfort, that's considered rebellion. So if you've ever felt punished for being honest, it's not because you were wrong. It's because you were right, too early, too clearly. True intelligence isn't just mental, it's emotional. The ability to sense energy in a room, to pick up on unspoken tension, to detect lies before they're said, to feel deeply but respond calmly. That's a kind of power society doesn't know how to handle. You're not easy to manipulate. You can't be emotionally baited. You see through guilt, drama, and fake kindness. And people hate that. Because when they can't figure out how to control you, they label you as cold or difficult. But really, you're just tuned in. You're intuitive, cautious, grounded. You don't react for attention. You respond with intention. And that makes you unpredictable. In a world that relies on emotional programming, through media, marketing, and politics, being emotionally aware is revolutionary. You're not too sensitive. You're just more aware. And that awareness? It scares people. There's something about the silent ones that makes people uneasy. You don't chase approval. You don't compete for attention. You don't speak unless it matters. You're present, but detached. And that detachment, it's powerful. Schopenhauer said, "Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see." Your stillness is not weakness, it's strategy. You move when it's time, not when people expect. In a world obsessed with noise, your silence is confusing. People can't read you. They don't know what you're thinking. And that makes you dangerous. Because the one who observes sees more, knows more, feels more. And in that stillness, there's power. So let them underestimate you. Let them talk. You're not here to be loud. You're here to be unforgettable. Let's be honest, it's not always easy. To be the one who sees more, feels more, knows more. It can feel like a burden. Sometimes you wish you could unsee what you see, to turn it off, to just be normal. But you're not here to be normal. You're here to be real. And yes, that comes with loneliness, with misunderstandings, with long nights of overthinking and wondering if something's wrong with you. But here's the truth. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just different, built differently, wired for truth, for meaning, for something more. You don't need crowds. You need depth. You don't need fame. You need freedom. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to break patterns. And every time you choose to stay true to your mind, your value, your intuition, you're not being difficult. You're being brave. So walk your path, even if it's quiet, even if it's lonely, because it leads somewhere most people will never reach. Schopenhauer knew what you now feel, that intelligence often isolates, that the truth is heavy, that seeing through the noise can feel like a curse. But it's not. It's a gift. And in time, you'll see that the very things that made you feel too different are the things that make you irreplaceable. Let them talk. Let them stare. Let them wonder. You were never here to entertain the world. You're here to awaken it. The person who writes for fools will always find a large audience. Arthur Schopenhauer. You don't need a large audience. You need the right one. And if this resonated with you, you've already found it. Stay silent. Stay strong. Stay rare.